In the world of Hollywood, the public often sees only the shimmering surface glamorous red carpet appearances, dazzling smiles, and the illusion of perfect lives. It's easy to believe that the stars who grace our screens lead charmed existences, untouched by real pain. But behind the scenes, their lives can be just as vulnerable, messy, and heart-wrenching as anyone else's. Such was the case for LisaRaye McCoy, a woman revered not only for her talent and elegance but for her undeniable strength. At 57, Lisa faced a life-altering tragedy that brought her to her knees and reminded the world that even icons can break. For years, LisaRaye McCoy dazzled audiences with her commanding performances and effortless charm. She was celebrated as one of Hollywood's most admired figures, fierce, driven, and always in control. But to those who truly knew her, Lisa was more than an actress. She was a devoted mother whose world revolved entirely around her daughter, Kai. Despite the glitz of her career, nothing brought her greater joy or purpose than raising her child. Lisa's entire life was anchored in her role as a mother, and every decision she made reflected that deep and unconditional love. Then came the moment when everything changed. Kai, once vibrant and full of energy, began noticing small but concerning changes in her body. There was an unshakable fatigue, random headaches, and a noticeable shift in her weight. Like many young adults, she initially dismissed the symptoms as byproducts of stress or overwork. But Lisa had a mother's intuition and unexplainable feeling that something more serious was happening beneath the surface. She insisted Kai undergo medical testing, seeking answers and peace of mind. The initial results offered no clarity. And for a fleeting moment, both mother and daughter hoped it was just a temporary blip. But hope quickly turned to horror. One evening, Kai suddenly collapsed. Lisa, panicked and terrified, rushed her daughter to the emergency room. What followed was every parent's nightmare. Doctors diagnosed Kai with a rare, aggressive autoimmune disorder that was silently attacking her organs and tissues. It had advanced quickly, leaving little time for intervention. Though treatments could help slow its cruel progression, there was no cure. Lisa, a woman who had battled her way through Hollywood's toughest storms, found herself facing a battle she could neither control nor win. Her daughter, her heart, her soul was dying. The diagnosis ushered in a new chapter filled with hospital visits, sleepless nights, and silent prayers. Lisa vanished from the public eye, stepping away from the spotlight to be by Kai's side. The woman once hailed for her unshakable confidence was now quietly crumbling in the sterile corridors of a hospital, trying to be strong for the daughter who meant everything to her. She became Kai's constant companion, her nurse, her cheerleader, and her source of comfort during the darkest hours. Fame didn't matter anymore. The only thing that mattered was time. As Lisa disappeared from social media and the public stage, rumors began to swirl. Fans and tabloid outlets speculated wildly about her absence, unaware of the heartbreaking reality she was living. Months passed in silence, until one day, Lisa chose to let the world in. From Kai's hospital room, she recorded a raw and emotional video sharing the truth about her daughter's condition. She spoke with a trembling voice, her eyes heavy with sorrow, as she opened up about the limited time they had left. It was a moment of pure vulnerability that touched millions, prompting an outpouring of love and support from around the globe. Amid the anguish, a remarkable light emerged. Despite the pain, Kai remained wise beyond her years. In one of their final heart-to-hearts, she asked her mother to promise something truly profound. She asked Lisa to forgive those who had hurt her, to find peace, and to live fully once she was gone. It was a plea for her mother to heal not just from the grief she was about to endure, but from wounds that had lingered for years. Kai's grace, even in the face of death, became a source of inspiration. Lisa took that plea to heart. She began reaching out to those she had been estranged from, including her sister Dot. Their relationship had been fraught with tension, but in the shadow of Kai's illness, those old wounds began to heal. The two sisters reconciled, sharing a tearful embrace that reminded them of the power of forgiveness. Kai, even as her body weakened, was changing lives with her spirit and her wisdom. But Kai's impact didn't stop at her family. Determined to make a difference for others, she dreamed of a support network for young women facing similar battles. From that dream, the idea for the Kai Project was born. The initiative aimed to provide mental health care, financial help, and emotional support to women struggling with chronic and life-threatening illnesses. It was Kai's way of ensuring that others wouldn't have to suffer alone. After her passing, Lisa poured herself into bringing the project to life. Grief nearly consumed Lisa, but she refused to let it define her. She sought peace in spiritual retreats, therapy sessions, and long moments of introspection. The career that once meant everything now felt hollow. Lisa began considering a different path, one rooted in advocacy and compassion. She established the Kai McCoy Foundation to support youth with rare illnesses and to elevate awareness around the unique challenges they face. Through this work, she found a renewed sense of purpose. Hollywood, surprisingly, stood beside her. Friends and colleagues rallied around Lisa's cause, offering their support in any way they could. High-profile fundraising events and heartfelt donations flooded in. The foundation gained momentum quickly, transforming Kai's vision into something tangible and lasting. For Lisa, this wasn't just about preserving her daughter's memory. It was about continuing her spirit, her kindness, her courage, her drive to uplift others. Every hospital Lisa visited, every family she consoled, became a new chapter in Kai's living legacy. Through all of this, Lisa began to change. The tragedy that had broken her also made her stronger, more compassionate, more grounded. She discovered strength in community, in vulnerability, in love. And though she still carries the weight of her loss, she also carries the light of her daughter's life. That light now guides everything she does. Whether she returns to the screen or not is still unknown. Hollywood, for all its sparkle, no longer holds the same pull it once did. Lisa's heart is now firmly planted in something deeper, something more meaningful. She's committed to being a voice for those often unheard, a beacon for families struggling in silence. And in doing so, she honors Kai in the most powerful way imaginable. LisaRaye McCoy's story is one of devastating loss, yes, but also of extraordinary resilience. It's a reminder that behind every famous face is a real person with real pain. And sometimes it's through that pain that the most profound transformations occur. Her journey is far from over, but it's already one of the most inspiring tales Hollywood has seen, not because of the roles she's played on camera, but because of the role she now plays in real life, that of a mother-turned warrior, advocate, and symbol of hope.